Ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to listen to is an experiment in sound.
Yo guys, what's going on? Kingflipper out and welcome to another Marquee matchup predictions episode. As you know, I try and get as many of these as possible. Unfortunately, we kind of didn't last week. I got none.
I like it.
Yeah, that's the worst I've done since the whole of FIFA. I've never got any wrong, which is really weird for me, but you know, gotta try and get into it. Gotta get at least two, because unfortunately EA don't know how to do marquee matchups because they just bring in games that are not marquee. So what's the point of calling it marquee matchups? But you know, obviously there is a league that I'm in. Feel free to check out the other people in the league in the description below. And obviously thank you again to Abassi for doing these graphics, which are really cool, so I'm going to enjoy it. But let's get into it straight away. So obviously go most likely to least likely. I predict 5 games. The 5th one is a wild card, so you know. So the first one we're going to go is the Northwest Derby in the BPL. Most of you will know who that is. Man U versus Liverpool. I'm not being funny. If they don't put this one in, then it's a joke, because why put the Man City game in? Was it Man City game? Why put the other game in? Yeah, Man City. Why put the Man City game in last week? Which is, it is a top club game clash, but this one is a lot more important. But you know, it's typical, right? Requirements wise, 79 rated, minimum of 6 PPLs, minimum of 90 chemistry. Players to get a hold of, you can get a hold of Carrick for 650 coins. It's an 80 rate, which is really good. Moreno is a little bit more expensive, which is 700 coins. He is a rare left back, because you can get Robertson for the same price, but you're going to lose less coins if they're not in the game if you buy Moreno, so you know. That's my first one, that's my biggest one. The second one on the list is Bayern versus Hamburg. This is the I don't know if it's the Nords or Gipfel, I've pronounced, but in English it's a North-South summit, so it's a North-South, it's a big game, to be honest. Again, another big derby. Requirements, I'm only going to go 77 rated, because I know Bayern have a lot of high rated players, but they're never going to ask for them because they're so expensive. Minimum of 6 Bundesliga and minimum 90 chemistry. I think that's quite, the top leagues seem, that's what I would normally go for the requirements, because it's normally the most common thing. Bayern, you can pick up Rafina, 78 right back, 500 coins, nice. For Hamburg, you can pick up Han, 500 coins, 76 rated, striker, it's not bad as well, so you can pick up players pretty cheap for that. I haven't invested too much in that. I've actually picked up a few more Rafinas than I have Hamburg players, so you know, because usually the Bayern players go up in price, but you know, whatever. Next on the list is just a top club clash in the La Liga, Sevilla versus Valencia. The reason I put this one in is because we haven't had a La Liga for a couple of weeks, I think. We're definitely doing well in last week, so you know. Players to get a hold, 78 rated, minimum of 6 leaguers, again a minimum of 90 chemistry, the most common, as I said, for the top leagues. Players to get a hold of. I hope I do say this right. For Sevilla, you can get Geis or Geis, I think it's Geis or something like that. 77 rated CDM, 600 coins. And for Valencia, you can get a hold of Wami, the goalkeeper, for 450 coins. Is the 75 rated striker, so it's not too bad. Next one on the list, I'm enjoying this one. It's the Villa versus Wolves. It's the West Midlands derby. The reason I picked this one over the other championship game is because it's not just the West Midlands derby. It's because there's also an East Midlands derby this week as well. But don't forget, Wolves are first and Villa are third, so it's kind of like a top. They're both top of, like, in the top league, so you're not too. So that's why I'm going for that one as well. Not just that the last support Villa, but you know. Player requirements. I'm only going to go 75 rated. They might not do a rate, but normally they do. Minimum of 4 championship players and a minimum 85 chemistry. I think that seems about reasonable, but you know. Players to get a hold of. For Villa, you can get Snoddy, Mr. Snoddy, Snodgrass, 450 coins as a left mid, 76 rated. And for Wolves, you can pick up Neves, 77 rated CDM for 450 coins as well. So you can pick them up really cheap at the moment, so worth a couple of investments. If you don't want to gamble too much on investments, you could go for rares. You've got Kodja for 650 bids, and you've got Costa again for 650 at bids. They're both rare gold players, so you won't be losing as much, but you're paying a little bit more, so you know. It depends on how much money you got. And last but not least, my wild card is it's called the double-headed Eagles Derby. It's PAOK versus AEK FC, so it's in the Hellas League, the Greek league. So this one, I think this is not just that there. I think they're both top of the table or something like that. So you know, requirements: 2 players from either team. Quite easy to do. Minimum of 4 gold players from the Greek league and a minimum of 85 chemistry. It seems simple. The reason I've just put this as a wild card is I've just got a feeling I might bring another Greek league one in. As I said, it's not just a derby. I think it's a top club clash. They're in the top or high part of the league. So you know, requirement players PAOK. You can get Al Kadori. I think I've said that right. 450 coins is a cam for a 78 rate cam, which is not bad for 450 coins. For AEK, you can pick up a lot of 75 rated players, but I've gone for Lavaja, 75 rated striker for 450 coins. As I said, you can pick up a lot of 75 rated for 450 coins, that side anyhow. But that's what I'm going to go for that one. So yeah, they're my predictions again for this time. Hopefully, as I said, we get at least 2 right this time. I can't see me not getting 1 right at least, because there's just some big games in there. But you know, it's typical here. But hopefully you do make some investments. Hopefully you make some profit. But also, just to let you know, if you're gonna do my predictions, if you don't want to take too much of a risk, you can sell in the hype. You will make profit, but not as much. It's entirely up to you. But I've sold in the hype. I've always made profit, just not as much as if the players come in. So that's the thing. That's the problem with it. But yeah, as I said, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, share and subscribe, and obviously I will see you in the next video or stream. Have a good day. Peace.